Knowledge with action converts adversity into prosperity, as said by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. Hello friends, I am Nafisa Nazneen, blessed to be mother of a smart son, wife to a loving, talented, handsome, having a decade of working experience as a microbiologist, now turned a soft skill, life skill, corporate and public trainer, come speaker, and of course a podcaster. I firmly believe that I am born to shine, and so are all living creatures. Welcoming you all to a fresh new episode of mine. Share your knowledge. It is a way to achieve immortality, as said by Dalai Lama. Yes, friends, my today's episode is all about knowledge, the secret ingredient. This word itself is so powerful, so positive and ubiquitous, familiar to all of us, something innate, right? I'll share a short story which I read it somewhere, and then I thought of sharing. Why not to share with you all guys over here? So it begins like a giant ship engine, it failed. The ship's owner tried one expert after another, but none of them could figure how to fix that engine. Then he brought in an old man who had been fixing ship since he was a young boy. He carried a large bag of tools with him, and when he arrived, he immediately went to work. He inspected the engine very carefully, top to bottom. The ship's owner was watching this and hoping he would know what to do. After looking things over, the old man reached into his bag and pulled out a small hammer. He gently tapped something. Instantly, the engine, it lodged into life. Somewhat like this. A week later, the owner received a bill from the old man for $10,000. What? The owner exclaimed. He hardly did anything. So he wrote the old man a note asking, "Please send me an itemized bill." The old man sent a bill that read, "Tapping with a hammer is $2 and knowing where to tap is $9,998. So what's the learning? Hence, effort is important, friends, but knowing where to make an effort makes all the difference, right? Knowledge is a state of awareness and understanding of someone or something, like facts, skills, objects, which is gained from experience and education. Knowledge acquisition involves complex cognitive process and not just perception and reasoning, but also communication. Moreover, one of the most universal and significant tools for transfer of knowledge is writing, reading, listening, and speaking, that is, communication. I completely agree to this. What about you? Well, often we have heard this phrase, knowledge is power. Now, power, it originates from the state of fearfulness. I completely agree to this. Fear exists till there is lack of knowledge. Once that is gone, you will be knowledgeable, right? The thought of considering knowledge as power is not the outcome of present day society, but it is initiated long, long days ago with the onset of civilization of us, the human beings. The era when we were helpless creature, a hunter, a nomad, not aware, no knowledge, completely ignorant. Everything started once we became resourceful by properly coordinating with mind and body, gaining knowledge by observing each and every minute details, like making tools for hunting, verbal and sign communications, discovering fire, farming, cultivation, leading to more and more civilized and advanced form of living. Now at present, we are highly technical and living in a digital world. I feel like life becomes more settled and comfortable with more and more knowledge. How about you? What do you feel? Do let me know. Now let's dig some history. As you know, I am always fond of history, right? So, about history, the philosophical study of knowledge is called as epistemology. It has been a debatable matter among the philosophers in the field of epistemology. The idea that Plato and Aristotle they analyzed about knowledge in this sense still it is discussed by modern day epistemologists and they enjoy wide acceptance among both scholars of ancient philosophy as well as the contemporary theorists. Well, one interesting fact which I would like to share with you all is this is really something while preparing the content I came across and it was something amazing. You know, the root of the word science, because I'm from a science background, so I am fond of this, right? So the root word of science it originates from the Latin word which is scientia, which means what you know? Knowledge. Amazing, isn't it? It comes from the Greek word which is again gnosis, signifying knowing through observations and experience. In Gnosticism, gnosis generally it means spiritual knowledge or self knowledge, something which is related to you, your soul, your spirits, I mean spiritual learning, the secret to attaining the goal of enlightenment. Well, the Gnostics they were a collection of ancient religions. In Islam, ilm, this is an Arabic word which is for knowledge, is given great significance. The knowing, Al-Alim, is one of the 99 beautiful names of Allah the Almighty. The Quran asserts that knowledge comes from God, and our beloved Prophet Muhammad has said, seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. Wow, amazing. In Christianity, knowledge is one of the 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit. Can you just imagine? It is considered as a gift, my friend. And in Hinduism, knowledge sharing is a major part of Dan, that is charity. In the Holy Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna mentioned about Gyan Yoga, that is the path of knowledge, is different from the Bhakti Yoga, which is spiritual knowledge, and Karma Yoga, which is your deeds and doings. Whereas the traditional observant Jews, they recite 3 times a day in the Amida, that is, favor us with knowledge, understanding, and discretion that come from you. Exalted are you, existent one, the gracious giver of knowledge. So what I came to know from all these 4 major religion, I know I'm sure all religion as they teach us about peace and they have immense power because they talk about knowledge and nothing else. Whichever religion you follow, you will come across knowledge itself. You will learn lot many things and you will enlighten yourself. Amazing. I mean, whichever religion, a religious book you open, you will have the same thing. Hardly it makes any difference. The purpose of knowledge is action without taking action, right? So this is the purpose of knowledge. You have to take action, otherwise it's of no use. Knowledge simply becomes more knowledge if you are accumulating knowledge just for the sake of knowing it. What impact are you making, my friends? Give it a thought. Now, I completely believe in knowledge sharing. Until and unless we share, we cannot acquire or rather say make room or create space for new knowledge. And guess what? The good news is we can earn with our knowledge. We can earn either money, we can earn either people, or we can earn both. Yes, we can earn money and we can earn people. Now tell me, have you ever eaten a fruit salad which contains tomato as one of the ingredient? Now to this I'll say just one thing. Knowledge is knowing that tomato is a fruit, and wisdom is knowing not to put tomato in a fruit salad. Knowledge isn't power until it is applied, said by Dale Carnegie. Well, knowing the importance of it, people must look to the potential, avenues to gain knowledge and make use of it positively. But what I personally believe is that knowledge is a legacy generator. The more you share, the more you share your knowledge, the more you will retain it, and it becomes part of who you are. The most genuine gesture from one human being to another is the transfer of knowledge. It is the best way to leave a legacy for future generations because knowledge is highly shareable. And finally, connecting the dots, share your knowledge. It is a way to achieve immortality, as said by Dalai Lama. Oh, wait, bonus point. Now, I'm not ending right now. Being an Indian and not talking about knowledge, not talking about knowledge and not mentioning, the symbol of knowledge in our Indian history, I think my episode will be my episode will be incomplete without mentioning the person who is contributed in Indian history. Dear friends, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is considered as the symbol of knowledge, and there are enough proofs to tell that yes, he was multifaceted personality, veritable phenomenon of the 20th century. I will share this article name from where I have taken this part in my description. Do read it. It's amazing. About if you are more interested to know about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, definitely read that article. So before I end, I'd like to introduce you all to a fellow podcaster friend of mine, Mr. Soman Sengupta, and his podcast channel, Chase Your Dream. Amazing episodes where he has got guests from all parts of the world who share their stories about chasing their dreams, their struggles, their happiness, their success. Soman, he believes that where there is a will, there's always a way. Do subscribe his channel, Chase Your Dream, which is available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, to name a few. Many are there. I have just mentioned the 4 major ones. So with this, we come to an end of my today's episode. Thank you for tuning in with me. Thank you for listening. Generate your legacy. Action taking time, right? Be immortal. Take care, stay safe, stay blessed, stay happy, and always keep smiling.